National Unit Platform President Robert Kyagulanyi attended the opposition's presentation of alternative budget for the financial year 2024-2025. Shadow Finance Minister Ibrahim Samujunganda presented the 43 trillion shillings budget. In March, government had tabled a 58 trillion shillings budget for the next financial year.
By their own release, they have a budget of 54. When they published the theoretical release, it was raised by 5.4. When it came to actual money that is spent, it was actually 43 trillion.
Semuju says that the priorities of their budget will see reductions by 75% on some items which they feel are not necessary. For ceremonies and state functions whose allocation is 34 billion shillings in the national budget, the alternative budget gives it 8.5 billion shillings. The opposition also allocates travel inland 167 billion shillings, which government gave 671 billion shillings. For travel abroad, which government budgeted at 108 billion shillings, the alternative budget puts it at 27 billion shillings, while for workshops and seminars, it is 38 billion shillings. And for donations, the national budget gives it 163 billion shillings, while the allocation by the alternative is 40 billion shillings.
Donation, money for vehicles, money for this, all this money can be reprioritized in the sectors that the head of opposition outlined here, health, education, sectors that are going to help our people.
The alternative budget has also called for solutions to reduce the national debt burden, which is currently 97 trillion shillings.
They take 20 trillion every year is paid to service debt to banks that are foreign owned here and banks from foreign countries. And then you go sector by sector. You look at the telecom sector. The key players are foreign. All the money they get is repatriated.
Kyagulanyi says the budget proposals are good but can only be implemented if the current government is not in power.
But let me be clear to you, once again, my brothers and sisters, that no matter how good our alternatives are, no matter how well-intentioned you, our MPs, are, it won't make any difference for as long as we don't have any power to implement those good ideas.
He says emphasis must also be put on fighting corruption, where a lot of money is being lost.
We must resist, we must reject, in fact, we must eject all forms of corruption in public administration. Otherwise, all this will be going to a waste.
Leader of opposition in Parliament, Joel Senyonyi, says their budget focuses on ensuring that Ugandans get right services equally.
Human rights at its very core. We believe that access to basic necessities such as clean water, healthcare, education, housing, shelter, and social protection is not a luxury, but an inalienable right bestowed upon every citizen of Uganda.
Because of the heavy public service burden, Senyonyi has called for a reduction in the size of Parliament.
The truth is we are an already big parliament, and we hear they want to bring proposals to create more districts. That will mean increasing now the wage bill of government officials. It is wrong. Let's reduce our appetite for making every village a district. Because what exactly do the people of Uganda want? What they want is services, is hospitals that are equipped, is schools.
Parliament is in the process of scrutinizing the national budget, which is at 58.3 trillion shillings. What awaits to be seen is whether some of the proposals of the alternative can be taken on. Juma Kiria, NTV.